Hello, Dear here again, replying to Sister Sunshine. I guess last night my sound was not working. Didn't know that. Guess I should have checked that before I turned my computer off this morning. Anyway, Sister Sunshine, I love you dearly. I really do. I have a lot of respect for you. I have a lot of respect for your intelligence, your fire to learn things, so much. But I never really quite understood what caused you to turn away from God. Although I don't know if that's what you really have done, because a lot of your videos do still center around Christianity. And I don't like to use that word at all, because that word is very, very vague. But your last video that I watched was on ministers living large. Now, okay, my husband and I were in ministry for 20 years. And, you have people on both sides of that gambit. And you can't place them all in one little spot. Because we were on the other end of the spectrum. We were a family of 5 at once and made $250 a week. And then our children had to have free books and free lunches at school, and then everybody complained because they did. In today's world, when someone has an education, when they've gone to college for 4 years and graduated and even did more than that, they had more education, you expect to get paid for what you've done. And that's just the way that it is in today's world. Now, in the biblical times, that wasn't the way things were done. Nobody went to school, nobody went to college. And we're not Jesus. That was what he was sent to do. I know that there are ministers who take advantage of that. But sometimes the things that they have isn't because they're living largely, but because somebody's blessed them with it. Like, for instance, our pastor. Someone donated him a brand new car. Should they not drive it around because they're afraid that someone's going to see them driving and think, well, how can we afford to have that? We didn't sign a vow of poverty. We're not monks, we're not nuns. But we have children who need things. We have things that we need. Food, shelter, and a few other things. And it's okay. We don't have to live poor. If we make a good living, there's nothing wrong with ministers living with however much money they make. Because when you're in ministry, it's not just an 8-hour day job. It's 24/7. And when you have 2 of you who are working at the same time, and only one's getting paid, that just makes it even, I never got paid for anything I did. I did a lot in the church. Music ministry, children's ministry, led the choir, led the singing, played the piano. All that takes a lot of time and practice. And that's work. It's work because you don't want to get up and perform poorly. So you're just asking to get paid for your time and effort that you put into something. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I know in biblical days, things were so different then. And sometimes we have to look at things how they lived then and how we live now. And you really can't compare with how they lived and how we live, because it was a different time and a different place. It's like the difference between the North and the South, okay? Back in the day, you know, when they wore the big ball gowns and, you know, boys went and called on their gals and serenaded. They don't do that anymore. Things like that. You know, it's different times. And it's not bad. In fact, sometimes that extra money goes to extra learning, more education, and books. You cannot believe how much commentaries and things like that cost. That just doesn't fall off a tree, and it's not just given to you. So, that's my video, and I hope you're doing well. I do. But I would like to chat with you sometime on what really happened, because I wasn't around much then. Not that I don't love who you are today, because you are a bright spot. And I do like some of the changes that you've made. And I do believe that someday return. God bless. This is Tiro, over and out. God love you.